Good evening, my dear professor. My name is Jonathan Alava, and I would like to share with you the topic about the difference between human and animal communication. This topic gave me a lot of information, and I would like to share with you some differences that I found. Both humans and animals can communicate. That is something that is important to mention. However, humans use language, and language is a complex system. Another important aspect that we need to know is that humans acquire the language in a cultural way. Okay, and language is made up of different types of systems. In addition to this, we need to have an active interaction with other people so that we can understand meanings, words, sentences, and however, on the other hand, we have the animals that they can communicate only in a biological way. They communicate innately and purely biologically from the moment they are born, even. Now, our dear tutor, um, Nesterenko, in 2021, affirmed that the language is a group of things that work together and form a mechanism or an interconnecting network. So, language is made up of systems, as I mentioned before. Okay. Another important characteristic that I would like to mention is that humans, in order to communicate, they have to organize words, sentences, number of ideas, etc. And this is called discrete infinity. And what is discrete infinity? Well, according to Irving in 2014, he mentions that the discrete infinity is the unlimited productivity from finite means, which is basically how language and symbolic systems have evolved and taken the forms that we use now at present. The elements, or in other words, the elements of language can be finite, such as words and rules, but our ability to create and understand new context, specific meanings, can be infinite. Now, the human code is a language, and animals don't have this whatsoever. I would like to cover the differences or the main differences between these. We have the purpose of communication, the function of communication, ways of transmission of information, and feedback. So let's cover one by one. Purpose of communication. So humans, as we know, we are social beings. We like to interact, and that's part of our lives. So not only we use language to communicate, but also we use it to transmit knowledge, information. We use it to transmit facts, to give orders, commands. We use it for different events, ceremonial purposes, and to self-express. So, and of course, we use the language to express feelings and emotions. Now, on the other hand, animals use the purpose of communication. In this case, for them, is just to survive because it is a biological way to survive in animals. Um, let's move on to the next section, that is the functions of communication. So, in humans, the animal communication functions or works differently from human communication. For instance, animals rely on meaningful sounds like let's suppose I say the dog is making sounds like rolling, and it is the dog is indicating threat or is trying to scare some dogs, or in this case, of humans. But various animals' sounds express fear, warning, or the presence of food. They can also make sounds like my cat that I have here, but they lack a structured language, excuse me. So animals communicate through sounds in general, and they have meaning for the animals, okay? Animals, however, do not maintain relationships in their groups through the use of verbalized expressions. They simply communicate with sounds. And the sounds have meanings, as I mentioned before, excuse me. And in contrast to this, humans express feelings through diverse verbal expressions, words, and special prosody, including intonation and nonverbal cues. Now, let's move on to the next section, that is the ways of transmission the information. So, can you imagine in the picture, as you can see, can you imagine a dog reading the newspaper? That can be only seen in cartoons. Nevertheless, that's not correct. Humans have several ways to share information, from social media and technology to traffic signs on the streets and even personal style choices such as clothing for specific events like weddings or ceremonies or even defending the thesis at the university. And we use also body decoration to express things. Now, on the other hand, the animals the animals communicate in a different way. They they rely on limited range of biological sounds for survival, according to Nesterenko in 2021. Okay, you can see this. Now let's move on to the next section, that is feedback, and the last one. Okay, so it is a key factor to highlight the unique aspect of human communication compared to animals. And when we are interacting, when human interacts, we see responses or we offer responses to both verbal and non-verbal indications. We interpretate intonations, we discern emotions, because we can see facial expressions, facial features, sarcasm, boredom, happiness, sadness. We can observe many things. Ostentatiousness, we can observe many, many things. Unlike animals, we possess the ability to negotiate, even to clarify meanings through verbal communication. And that's what our tutor mentioned in our didactic guide. While animals, on the other hand, again, respond to sounds and body language. Okay, they lack the vocal versatility. Excuse me, humans have, right, to ask questions, they argue or seek clarification. This distinction feature helps us understand how humans engage in a dynamic conversation, providing valuable feedback to enhance mutual understanding. So, animals respond to sounds and even some kind of body language, and that's the only thing we can consider as a feedback. They respond to these sensations, and we have examples even when dogs are trying to communicate. They just see each other, they move their tails, and that's how they can communicate in a body language way. Okay, and again, in humans we use it, and it's very necessary feedback to to communicate in a good way. Okay, now let's move on to the conclusion, excuse me, the conclusion. So, although animals have different ways to show communication through sounds and motions, it cannot be called language because human language is more complex. That requires a mental exercise, which includes different elements and components within a system, as I mentioned before. Um, for example, we have different grammar rules in language. That we have different lexicons. We have, for example, um, different kinds of languages to around the world, and these languages have different accents. So different pronunciation. There are social rules, prosody, nonverbal elements. The list could be very, very infinite. But animals just use sounds that are innate, and it is not learned experience. It's not a learned experience. So thank you so much for your attention, and I would like to show you my references, and that is all. Thank you so much, dear tutor, for your classes and your feedback on the homework that I presented the last time. Have a good night.